All right, welcome back to another installment of Tarot Tuesday. Last week we saw the Strength card, and that one's very fun. It's a great one to get in your deck, in the upright. But if not, you got some things to work on, but that's what Tarot is for, to show you how to get through them. Okay, we're just shuffling again here to see what's up for this week, and what do we have? The big reveal. Oh, balls. The Five of Pentacles. Okay, let's dig into this one. All right, there it is, the Five of Pentacles. As you can see from the picture, this one is very grim, okay? It carries this whole out in the cold element to it. You got the Tiny Tim-like dude walking by, and everyone just looks miserable, okay? And there is a lot of misery involved in this, but through that, there's a lot of growth and a lot of healing, okay? And that's, like we say at the Ivy League Psychic Academy, it's all about the healing message. So, if you want to check out Intuitive Tarot that I teach there, links in the description and a little bit more, info at the website. Okay, so take a look at this. Again, it's got this winter imagery, okay, and it's about being out in the cold. And that's one of the meanings here that we would get, is that you are out in the cold. Now, is that because someone cast you out, or is it because of your own devices, your own choosing? So there's an element of, having been offered advice and not taking it, okay, and kind of getting left out in the cold there. Let's look at this image here, okay? You see these people, they're walking away from something, right? And here's the church where it's presumably nice and warm. It looks wicked warm. So they're walking away from that, being cast out and hurt. One thing that I like to point out here is that, you only see that window, okay? You don't see the door that they left, or what I like to say, the door that they're going into, right on the other side of this card. That's how I see it. So, if you see, hey, you're out in the cold now, but all you have to do is continue and find the next door, okay? So if it was due to not taking the advice that they were given, they can learn from that and say, okay, well, I effed up, but, now I'm ready to take that advice. I'm ready to admit that I was wrong and to take this advice. So with that, they can heal. They can forgive themselves, right? Forgiveness is huge. Ivy Rivera has a great class up on her website, link below, and it's called How to Hate Less and Forgive More. And really, forgiveness is at the heart of everything, okay? You can't have prosperity without forgiveness. You carry around unforgiveness, even for yourself, you're stymied, okay? So this could be, rock bottom, okay, as well. It's like you've hit the bottom, but where is there to go from the bottom? Up, okay? So now look at their path with that in mind. So if they're at the bottom, they can only get warmer. There's nothing worse than that. So that will again show that there's another door on the other side of the card. And if we look at their faces with that in mind, it looks a little bit more promising. Right, like Tiny Tim is like, oh, we're almost there. And she's like buttoning up, ready to go, because they're, like last breath, like the bit of wind that sweeps right by, the building before you go in. That last bit of cold right before you get warm, right? Like, the storm, it's always quietest before the storm. And so that's one way to see this, okay? So sure, it is an unpleasant card to come across, okay? It's an audible groan from anybody who flips it or gets it in their reading. You see it and you're like, cut the crap. But bad cards aren't bad, okay? Like I like to say, there aren't bad cards, just opportunities. And this is an extreme opportunity card, okay? With everything gone, you have all of it in front of you, okay? This is like the Tower in essence. You know that it's gone. Let's move forward, okay? You're out in the cold, you screwed up. All right, make amends. Do something better. Do something different. Change it. Like you don't have to be stuck here. Like if you walked out of this warm church and there's another entrance, go in. Make amends. I don't know, vacuum the place or something. Whatever you're gonna do, get the free night stay. I don't know. I don't know how much a church charges for you to sleep there. Do they? I don't know. But in the end, really, look for the healing message here, and that's what it is. It's around the corner, okay? Things may be tough now, but you can improve them. All right, so in the reverse, it kind of tells the tale that we were trying to say in the upright, is that things are getting better, okay? So, you may read someone and this card comes up in the upright, and you tell them, okay, well, here's what happened. You have this going on. Here's how you fix it, all right, so that they can improve their circumstances. And then they come in a couple months later and they get another reading and it shows up again, but it's in the reverse. They say, okay, things are improving. You're taking my advice, and then it's great when they listen to you, because people tend not to. This is great to see in the reverse because it shows things are improving, okay? That they are making the moves to change their circumstances. And this is the most important thing of all, is that they're actually doing it, okay? You can get a reading and say, hey, here's how you change it. And then they come back and it's not changed. And then they come back and it's not changed. And you tell them time after time, this is what you got to fix. And they don't. So seeing it in the reverse says that they're making progress, okay? That they've realized where it went wrong and are fixing it. One thing I like to teach is that all cards are on a pivot, okay? So if you get this card in a reading and it's in the upright, you can say, hey, here's what it is now, but here's what we want it to look like, okay? What are the steps we need to do to get this to look like that, okay? And you flip it. Now, it doesn't automatically flip it in the reading. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. But it's a good graphic representation of where they should be focused, okay? And this is like step one in everybody's manifestation books. It's like put up the image that you want it to be. Like someone will put up $1 million check. Jim Carrey and his $1 million check in his wallet, things like that. And you put it up there and you envision it, okay? And you manifest it and you make it happen. So if you take this thing that is upright and looking like a terrible day, and you put it in the reverse and say, look, this is your improvement, okay? You are making the most of it, making the changes that you need and improving. Now it's going to set. It's going to sit. They're going to see it, and they know what they have to do, okay? So it's really subtle cues like that, too, that you can use to help them heal, right? Help them use I got the magician back here. It's all about manifesting, right? So, like, help them manifest what they need by showing them not only the steps to get there, but visual proof that they can do it. And this is a great example of that. And some readers won't read reversals of cards, I think, because they're often negative, so they don't know how to deliver a healing message. But what about something like this? What about this card in particular, where it's more negative in the upright? So they're never gonna have the reversal of it. So you can say, hey, things are improving. How do you do that? Do you just have to go through the whole roundabout and throw out extra cards in hopes, that you get this card that's going to give that message? Or can you just, suck it up and do a reversal, for Christ's sake? Like, they're not bad. Again, like I said, no bad cards, just opportunities. So if you are of the type that don't know how to explain cards that seem negative, please come into the Ivy League Psychic Academy, take my Intuitive Tarot class. I'll teach you how to deliver these messages, because that's the most important. Sometimes the worst messages to deliver are the most healing. Sometimes the things they don't want to hear are the things they really have to hear, okay? And it's our duty as healers to tell them that, so that they can heal, they can grow, and they can learn, okay? And be the fullest versions of themselves they can be, all right? So don't back out. Don't be a wimp just because you don't know what to do, okay? Fix that, all right? Come see me. I fix you. I fix you good. All right, so that's the Five of Pentacles. Hopefully that takes some of the sting out of the delivery for you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You're almost there. The wind is going to stop blowing down your cloak in a minute. As long as you're ready to suck it up and do the work, or admit you're wrong, forgive yourself, whatever it is, that's up to the spread and the different person. All right, hopefully this helped you deal with this really difficult card, and I will see you next week.